Join me as I explore the more hands-off, laid-back presidency of Calvin Coolidge and really discuss how it changed the scope of the presidency and how it ultimately weakened the power of the office. Coolidge took office in 1923 following the death of Warren Harding, and with recent presidents such as Theodore Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson, the bar was set very high to be an assertive, strong-willed leader, but Coolidge said no thank you. I'll take my own style. His presidency was marked by a calm, cool demeanor, earning him the nickname Silent Cal, often refusing to speak unless absolutely necessary. Coolidge is often regarded as one of the 10 greatest presidents in our history, and let's explore why. Although he remained calm, Coolidge faced several important challenges during his presidency, the greatest of which was maintaining the economic growth while avoiding government overreach. He strongly believed in limited government and free market capitalism, so he resisted calls for federal aid or regulation. Coolidge also had to deal with the lingering effects of the scandals from the Harding administration. Restoring public trust in the presidency was essential for Coolidge, and he focused on honesty, discipline, and quiet leadership to rebuild confidence. Internationally, Coolidge stayed committed to isolationism, avoiding deep involvement in foreign affairs while supporting peace efforts in both foreign and domestic policy. Although the economy was strong during his time in office, he ignored signs of economic trouble, such as over-speculation in the stock market. These challenges led to some historians criticizing him for not doing more to prevent the Great Depression. However, Coolidge does dodge much criticism for the Depression, as he left office 6 months before Black Tuesday, which is when the stock market completely collapsed. Coolidge strongly supported tax cuts, especially for the wealthy, believing that lower taxes would encourage investment and fuel economic growth. Coolidge also worked to reduce the national debt and cut federal spending, often vetoing bills he saw as unnecessary or too costly, including for struggling farmers. His hands-off approach extended to business regulation, as he believed the economy worked best with minimal government interference. This earned him praise from business leaders and contributed to the booming economy of the 1920s. Many Americans appreciated Coolidge's honesty and focus on traditional values. He avoided dramatic speeches and preferred simple, direct communication, which made him seem trustworthy and dependable. This was a sharp contrast from Harding, who was full of scandals and falsehood. Coolidge separated himself from Harding once he inherited the office, and had Harding survived, Coolidge likely would have been nothing more than a vice president. While critics argued that his lack of action allowed economic problems to grow unnoticed, at the time, his policies and personality brought a sense of peace and order to the nation. One pivotal moment of Calvin Coolidge's presidency was his swift and steady response to the scandals left behind by the Harding administration. By promoting honesty and firing corrupt officials, Coolidge helped restore public trust in the presidency. Another defining moment came when his clear support for business and free market capitalism summed up in his famous quote, "The business of America is business." This phrase captured his belief that the strength of the nation depended on a thriving, unregulated economy. Coolidge also signed the Revenue Acts of 1924 and 1926, which significantly lowered income taxes and increased consumer spending. He also did not choose to run for another term in 1928, surprising many, saying, "I do not choose to run for president in 1928. Coolidge made this decision because most often presidents have less strong second terms than first, and he wanted his public image to remain positive. He also was concerned about his wife Grace's mental stress, serving 10 years as First Lady. Coolidge's policy and quiet leadership style left a lasting mark on the decade, shaping both the country's prosperity and its values before the Great Depression. He phenomenally weakened the power of the presidency and cleaned up Warren Harding's mess. Speaking of, we can learn more about Harding here. And as always, thank you for watching.